Welcome all you race fans. Here we are back here with the street stocks tonight at Homestead for Maximum Speed Racing. They're going to be running 70 laps here tonight. Out here practicing now, and they've been practicing for quite some time. We're going to follow along here with them, so stay tuned as you're checking in with us here at MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate all you viewers.
Hey, wake up.
Sorry about that, folks. Had something I had to take care of. I had to accept another member into the league here for the race tonight. So Blake Barney joining up. So very good to have him. Not going to be a huge field, but a pretty good sized field. A lot of good drivers in here. Like I said, I've been watching them. Michael Cozy has laid down a pretty good lap for these guys to follow. Going to be the one they're going to have to all chase tonight. All right, coming down, getting close to the 2-minute mark here until we do go qualifying. So I hope you enjoy the show here tonight at Maximum Speed Racing, and thanks for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV on YouTube. Appreciate all you subscribers, and glad y'all are with us here to watch this fantastic race here tonight. Should be a very, very good race. A lot of good drivers out here. And I've been talking to a few of them before the race, and a lot of them, they enjoy this for the fun. It's just fun to come in and run these street stocks. And we tried them out on Homestead, and just an absolute amazing, track to run these cars on. We've got a couple of good races coming up here for that in the next couple weeks. Going to be running Talladega. That's going to be awesome. In the street stocks, yeah, laugh what you want, but I'm telling you what, it's awesome, very, very awesome. I come in to TeamSpeak there one night, and there was a bunch of guys in a room, and they were laughing because somebody had put up a Talladega street stock race. One of them said, I think I'll join in on that and see how it goes, you know. Boy, and they got in there, and they said it was just an absolute blast. They said it was the most fun that they'd ever had running street stock. So I think we're looking for a very good race. I'm really looking forward to the Talladega race. I think it's going to be probably the best race of the season. So, but we've only got a couple races left after tonight to finish up the street stock season. And start next season, we're going to be running on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights only. Tuesday nights will be the trucks. Wednesday nights we're going to run the super late models, and we're working up schedules now for them. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. like practice does come to an end here. And as these guys finish up their last lap here to get things finished up, we're going to see qualifying getting ready to start. So we will stay with it right here, folks, and thank you again for tuning in. You can follow us here at MaxSpeedTV. If you head over to MaxSpeedTV.com and check out our schedule, we do broadcast. We have a couple of leagues that are off right now, but we do broadcast normally 7 nights a week. And even a couple of days we do 2 on the same day. So a lot of broadcasting that we do. We are up on YouTube at 1080p HD. So make sure you click that little gear down there in the window and bump it up to 1080p, because it makes for a lot better viewing here live at Homestead with the Street Stocks. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. And if you want to join the Maximum Speed Racing League, just head over to iRacing there and look up the Maximum Speed Racing League and just apply, and we will check you out and make sure you got some pretty decent stats. We don't want somebody that's like really down or just starting, and because we do like to have good clean races. These guys really put a lot into this and stuff, and a lot of time, a lot of patience, and we've got a pretty good league here. This is pretty awesome. So stay with us and check out the website there at MaxSpeedTV.com. coming down to the closing few seconds left here of qualifying. That's going to wrap it up, and we're going to get down trackside here and see where everybody is going to line up. Michael Cozy on the pole, no big surprise there, in 376 with a 38.857. Very fast lap. It looks like the next one close to that's going to be Jared Akey Rush on the outside with a 39.109. So quite a bit of difference between them two. He'll be running in the 69 tonight. Alright, as these guys finish gridding here, we'll go back through the rest of the grid as soon as Robert Craze gets on grid. He will be starting third in the 00. In fourth, the 22 of Ryan Eckstein. There's Robert Craze. About time he shows up. Alright, and in fourth, the 22 of Ryan Eckstein. In fifth, the 94 of James Blankenship. In sixth, the 45 of Andrew Williams. In seventh, Blake Barney coming in with a good fast lap there in the number 44. Dan Ward in eighth in the number 78. In ninth, the 25 of Edward Smith. In 10th, Stephen Hollingsworth. There, he finally showed up. Okay. In 11th, the 218 of Daniel Smallwood. In 12th, the number 14 of Steve Hurst. In 13th, the 24 of Thomas Brandner. In 14th, the 21 of Mark Robertson. And taking up the rear of the field here of all the folks, looks like, that have are on the grid, Douglas Winters Charles in the number 48. So, all right, well, they should be starting to roll off here in just a second, as they do. Michael Cozy going to lead them down. And we're going to get this thing underway here. I've been kind of looking forward to this race here all day. Waiting for the street stocks to run here at Homestead. Very fun track, and I think we're going to see some really great racing out here today. All right, Michael Cozy bringing them around here. Pace car's going to be ducking onto pit road as they come out of turn 4. Pace car's off. Michael Cozy brings them down. And green. Great start. Rush a little bit slow on his start there. Kind of wads up the outside line a little. Couple guys ducking to the low line. Starting to pull away from the field as these guys, boy, 3 wide. We got Ryan Eckstein saves it. Wow, what a save. Ryan Eckstein bouncing off the wall 3 or 4 times there and does save it and maintains. He did lose 1 position back to 5th, but not bad for what he went through right there. Andrew Williams moves up to the 4th spot, right on to bumper Robert Craze, running in the 3rd spot. Rush hanging on in 2nd for the time being. Everybody chasing after Michael Cozy, and I think we'll probably see him reel him in here shortly. Williams getting by Robert Craze to move into the third spot. Now Ryan Eckstein taking a peek on the inside of Robert Craze, but it looked like a no-go this time. Robert Craze going back to fourth. Ryan Eckstein in fifth. Stephen Hollingsworth up to sixth. Started 10th, up to sixth place. Blake Barney, newcomer, just joined the league just moments ago here. Just about maybe 15 minutes ago. And here he is running in seventh. Edward Smith in eighth. On the inside of him, Dan Ward back here in ninth. Mark Robertson 10th. Douglas Winters back in 11th. Steve Hurst, I don't know what happened to Steve there. It looks like maybe he might have spun or something. Let's go back and take a look at this. Maybe he caught that apron and spun, but no caution. So good save by Steve as he gets that thing caught back up. James Blankenship running back here, already a couple laps down. I think he started a little late. And I think that's what the problem was there. He is going to be back in the 12th or 13th, 12th spot, I guess. Daniel Smallwood back here, he will be scored his 13th when he comes across the line. These guys getting a late start, not sure what happened there. They didn't start on the grid, so gonna be several laps down. Steve Hurst running back here in 12th, 31.9 seconds behind the leader. These guys all battling pretty tight up here. Look at this, a great battle going on. The 44 of Blake Barney now moving up a couple positions. Looking on the inside of the 44. Why don't I even have the 44 on here? That's kind of weird. All right. Yeah, it's there we go. Yeah, it kind of messed up everything, but it'll mess up my scoring and everything, but it'll be all right. We'll get it figured out. So now it's everything is right. Let's see here. All right, let's get back up to the front here. Dan Ward now rolls into seventh as he got cleared of all them guys. Stephen Hollingsworth in sixth. Chasing after Ryan Eckstein that's running in fifth. Oh, and he taps the wall. Ryan Eckstein hitting the wall a ton, saving it. Wow, good job. That's going to let Stephen Hollingsworth get by him. It cost him a little bit of momentum there until he gets that thing caught back up here and gets it rolling again. Losing another position to the number 78 of Dan Ward. Robert Craze running in fourth. Andrew Williams third. Chase and Rush. Rush 1.7 seconds behind Michael Cozy. Cozy's still out here stinking up the show. Doesn't get a whole lot of camera time, so I'll give him a little bit here. You never really put the camera on the leader. You don't want to. There's no battle there. There's no battle. So why would you put the camera on him? Just kidding, Michael. Back here, Rush in second. Rush having a pretty good day. Been following along with him. Boy, he had a great practice time. And Andrew Williams hanging on in third. One of our Aussie drivers, a good friend. Great to see him out there having a good time. That's what it's all about. Trying to chase down Rush. If he could get in his draft, that would help him a little bit. And yes, these things do draft. They got a pretty good draft to them, actually. Robert Cray's still hanging on in fourth place. 3.7 seconds behind our leader. Coming to lap 13. And everybody chasing down Michael Cozy. Still not showing Blake Barney on my list, but we're going to go back and see where Blake is running in the 8th position. Newcomer to the league just moments before the race, so doing quite well, running in the 8th. Edward Smith 9th. Mark Robertson 10th, excuse me. Mark having a pretty good day, I heard. These guys running a setup that some of the guys have made their own, but some of them running a setup that I put in there that Andrew Williams made, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And the guys seem to really like it. It's a pretty good, stable setup. And the longer they run, the better it gets. You know, the better racing that we're going to see out here. So, all right, Charles back here in 11th. Steve Hurst in 12th, 37 seconds behind our leader, but still running. But he is about to be lapped here as the leader is now coming up on him. He has got a little bit of damage on that car. I think he's hit the wall a couple times, so, but about to be lapped. Looking back, you can see the leader not far behind Steve Hurst. Steve trying to do whatever he can to stay on the lead lap, but it's inevitable with that damage that he has got on that car. I am sure it ain't going to be long here. Michael Cozy's going to be passing him. Communication a key factor. You know, between these drivers on the track, they got to communicate and give them their intentions. You know, that I feel it's a must, but you know, some of the guys, they don't. Some of the guys, I think they get so wrapped up in their concentration that they just kind of forget about it. Looking back, he did get by Steve Hurst, so puts Steve Hurst one lap down already. 10 cars still on the lead lap, or 11, excuse me, 11 cars still on the lead lap. Coming around here to take lap 18. Looking ahead to our leader from Steve Hurst's vehicle. Steve's still hanging on. Just barely a lap down. Now, if a caution did come out, he would be the first one to get that wave by. So far, we've been green the whole way. Been very good racing. We've had a lot of good battles going on the track. Let's get up here. Charles Winters, actually the next one to go a lap down, and we're going to check it out from Michael Cozy as we see not far ahead of Michael Cozy is Charles. I think that's Charles. No, that might not be Charles. I think that's Daniel Smallwood that's up there, which he is already 3 laps down. Him and James Blankenship both got a late start. They come out on the track and they were 3 laps down when they entered the track. All right, Cozy out to a 2.4 second lead. Rush still hanging on in second. As you can see, Cozy up there about to go into turn 2. Quite a little ways ahead of Rush, but Rush coming up on the back of Steve Hurst now. Steve just got passed by the leader just a couple minutes ago, and Rush looking to get by him to stay in that second position. It looks like Steve goes way up high there and lets Rush go by, so good job. And he comes back down the hill to try to keep into that draft. That's very important, trying to stay in that draft. Andrew Williams in third. Andrew having a good day out here, running in third, about 4.1 seconds behind our leader. These guys all hoping and praying for a caution to get caught back up here. Robert Cray still in fourth. Stephen Hollingsworth now up to fifth. 8.1 seconds behind our leader. As he did clear a few guys here. Ryan Eckstein in sixth. Dan Ward seventh. Those three have been pretty close to each other for quite some time now. Back here in eighth, Edward Smith. Blake Barney going back to ninth. And Mark Robertson still hanging on in the 10th spot. Charles Winters in 11th. So Michael Cozy's still out there pretty much leading this race, been leading it for all of the laps so far, 22 laps. You can see Rush not far behind Michael Cozy here, back there about 2.4 seconds. But Rush doing a great job staying right with him as he is pulled away from third place Andrew Williams by quite a little bit. A couple of seconds ahead of Andrew. And Rush keeps doing what he's doing. He may be starting to reel in our leader here. Now out to about a 2.6 second lead here, Michael Cozy is. He just continuing to dominate here, running in the street stocks at Homestead here at Maximum Speed Racing. Glad you could all join us. This is a great show for these guys. Love to see them racing here. As he comes up on the back bumper there of Daniel Smallwood to put Daniel another lap down. That will make Daniel 4 laps down, and he is running in the 14th spot. Going back here to Rush, as you can see, he's not that far behind our leader, but he is 3 seconds back. So Michael Cozy continuing to pull away, just maybe like about a tenth, not quite a tenth a lap, which really isn't much, but Rush could get up here. He could probably start feeling a little bit of draft off of Daniel Smallwood here before long, and that'll help him. That'll help him a lot out on the track. So well, we didn't have any admins tonight. I don't know where everybody was at, so hopefully they don't need any admin abilities out there on the track, because there isn't none. Nobody showed up. All right, Andrew Williams back in third. Andrew having a pretty good day. Still trying to chase down Rush. If he could just get a little bit closer, those two could start working together and might be able to reel in our leader, Michael Cozy. All right, taking lap 29 here out of 70. 41 laps to go in this race. They shouldn't need fuel or tires for this entire race. I thought about making it a little bit longer, but I think 70 laps here would be a fair amount of laps for the guys to go out here and try to have a little bit of fun. And that's what it's all about, just having some fun. All right, back and forth. Robert Cray's still hanging on here. Nobody really making any changes in the... Stephen Hollingsworth still in fifth, being chased by Ryan Eckstein, and he's being chased by Dan Ward. So these three here battling. I think they're just kind of playing it cool right now. Come up to the end of the race here, we may see some great battles go on around this track. We'll try to stay right on top of them. All right, Blake Barney back in eighth. It looks like he is being challenged on the inside there by Edward Smith, running in ninth, as he is right on the back bumper of Blake Barney going into turn one and takes a peek. Let's ride along with Edward Smith. And the first caution of the day. Well, let's go back and see where Steve Hurst sliding around. We will go back and take a look at this. First caution of the day. We will watch Steve here as he comes around. Has a little bit of damage on that car to begin with. He hits a wall, and that gets him really, really loose right there. Comes down across the track. We've got guys coming by him on the outside. Robert Craze makes it by as Steve Hurst slides up the hill right back up onto the track. And then, of course, this track is self-cleaner. Does dump him back down across the grass. So, all right. So, first caution of the day on lap 32. Steve Hurst on pit road. Don't know if we'll see any of the leaders come down pit road, but I take that back. We've got a lot of them. Pit road is busy right now. Andrew Williams on. It looks like the only ones that did not come down maybe was our leader Michael Cozy, and Rush did not come down. Takes forever to put fuel in these things, but I only seen a couple of guys changing tires. Tires really aren't going to matter that much, but we're almost at the halfway mark already. A few of the guys, Andrew Williams is away. Alright, so let's get back up here to our leader, as we've still got some guys on pit road. Our leader did not pit. The only ones that did not pit, they're, well, we had a couple of the guys way in the back there. James Blankenship and Daniel Smallwood did not pit as well. They wanted to, I think, try to get one of their laps back. And I think they probably succeeded in that. Or they will. iRacing should give them a wave by or something there. Daniel Smallwood going to be pitting. Robert Cray's one lap down in the 11th spot, I believe, will be the wave by.
Good evening, Rudy.
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just got back from dinner.
Yeah, there ain't nobody here. Ed ain't here. Nobody's the admin, so oh well.
Oh, okay.
Oh well. Way it is.
Yep.
Just let iRacing take care of it.
That's right.
They just got their first caution of the day here at about lap 32. So, been pretty good racing. Michael Cozy's led every lap, though, and no surprise there.
Yeah, I still think he needs to just go back to XCal. Wait, Rush is running second. Has he not hit anything yet?
No, sir. Been running real good. Hanging right there with Michael Cozy. He was just about 2.5 seconds behind him, and he's been hanging right there in second all race.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good.
All right, lights are off on the pace car, and everybody doubling up. Andrew Williams going to be restarting third. Douglas Winters. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I took that back. Let me redo this. Mark Robertson fourth. Dan Ward, your top five. So we are at the halfway mark, and been pretty good racing so far. Everybody's been kind of single filed out. Cozy's, you know, just definitely dominated the field here tonight. So, but Rush has been right there, nipping on his heels, just 2.5 seconds back. So let's see.
I always like seeing it whenever Rush has a good run.
Yeah, let's see. I'm sure he's happy with what he's got. They didn't need to stop for fuel or tires or anything, but some of the guys behind Michael Cozy and Rush both stayed out, and the rest of the guys all pitted. So let's see what new tires will do for these guys. Pace car getting ready to duck off. It does. Rush kind of laying back a little, and green, 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 and here we go, off and running again.
Andrew Williams with a great restart there.
Yes, he did. Him and Rush go door to door. Let's see what they got here. Andrew on new tires might be able to hang with Cozy for a while now. It looks like he does get by Rush to take over that second spot. So first time Rush has been out of second today.
Wow.
Yeah, he took second on the first lap there, and he hasn't looked back. We got them 3 wide behind these guys. Bobby Cray's down on the low side. Mark Robertson up on the high side. Mark gets a great run. Let's see if Bobby's got anything for him. Stephen Hollingsworth sitting right there waiting to see what these guys are going to do. As they're still side by side, a lot of good battling going on right behind them. come across the line almost well. Oh man, Stephen Hollingsworth sticking his nose in there and going underneath Mark Robertson and taking over that position, and Bobby Cray's going along with them. So great run. These new tires starting to show the way pretty good. But you know what? Rush is back up in second. He got.
That's what I was just looking to see what happened to Andrew. Looks like he went off into turn 3, and the car just got loose. And I mean, a heck of a job saving it. Had to hit the apron, but lost all his momentum there.
Well, I'm sure this is making Rush smile from ear to ear as he's 6/10 and closing. Look at this, closing up on Michael Cozy. Well, he was. Cozy just seems to be a little bit stronger in the turns, but Rush can reel him in on the straightaways because he is catching that draft.
It looks like Rush uses a more early entry line going into the corners and everything. I believe if he'd arc that thing out there just a little bit more, it might carry some more corner speed.
I think he's just trying to run the same line here as Cozy, but Cozy he's just got a really killer setup out there today. Now Rush starting to lose a little ground to him, back to 7/10. So he is going to start losing the draft here. He's doing a heck of a job, I'll tell you that. We'll go back to Andrew Williams, looking ahead to Rush, quite a ways ahead up to Rush. Andrew already 2.3 seconds behind our leader, as he did get loose and almost lost it. Good save. Good battle going on behind Andrew back here. Let's go back and check Stephen Hollingsworth leading these guys around. Blake Barney now sticking his nose in there for a split second. Looked like he was going to try to get a run on Hollingsworth. Blake Barney, pretty good racer in these street stocks from ex-Cal guys. He does a great job. Bobby Cray's hanging on right there also. Blake Barney taking that low line, trying to get a run on the inside of Stephen Hollingsworth. But that high line is kind of where the grip is, so it's really hard to get a good run coming off that low line. It looks like Blake Barney did lose a lot of ground to him right there. Ryan Eckstein right behind these guys takes a little bit of a different approach, trying to get a run on Bobby Cray's, or I'm sorry, Ryan Eckstein. Yeah, he's trying to get a run on Bobby Cray's, and it looks like he is going to take over that position from Bobby Cray's. All right, and another battle going on back here as they're almost 3 wide going into the turn. Dan Ward getting a run on Mark Robertson. And Charles Douglas looking there too, like he was going to make it 3 wide for him. Dan Ward really gets a good run coming off of turn 4 that time. Battles going on all around the track here. Let's go back a little further here. Edward Smith now in 10th. Bobby Cray's still 11th. That's why he was back there in 11th. And he should have got the wave by, but if he had any incidents, he would not get the wave by.
Yeah, he's out there kind of hoping and praying for another caution so he can get that lap back.
And it looks like James Blankenship has taken his car behind pit road. Daniel Smallwood running in 13th. And in last position, Steve Hurst there had that problem, had to be in pits there to get some of the damage fixed up that he had on that car after hitting a wall pretty good. bringing out the only caution of the day.
Rush still hanging on there about 1 second behind Cozy, but he's got quite a bit of distance between him and third place, Andrew Williams. Andrew Williams back here 3.6 seconds behind the leader, about 2.5 seconds behind Rush. So he has caught Rush a little bit. Ooh, I see smoke. Somebody coming down. It looks like Daniel Smallwood coming down pit road. Might have spun it a little bit and smoked the tires. And that's going to put him back in the dead last place, 14th place. All right, Hollingsworth up to 4th now. Started 10th. Here he is running in 4th. Definitely he was a tough customer last night in that truck race. Put the pressure on Cozy that whole race and just finished a few seconds behind him. So Hollingsworth definitely a good driver out here. Wasn't that Hollingsworth?
Yeah, Rudy, I believe it was.
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know why I kept thinking it was Brandon Thomas, or Thomas Brander or something. One of them. All right, right behind him, Blake Barney running in 5th now. And Ryan Eckstein putting the pressure on Blake there, them two drafting together. That's what it's going to take to catch up to these leaders. You're going to have to get a couple of guys like that to push each other in the straightaways. Draft together and work together to get back up to the leader. Jared Akey's still 1 second behind our leader. Our leader is probably going to pull away a little bit here as he's getting some draft off of Steve Hurst. See him coming up on the lap car, Steve Hurst. Steve going way up high and letting him by. Good job. Steve Hurst now 6 laps down, I guess. Rush going to use a little bit of that draft too now to help him get caught up to Cozy. Cozy just been so dominant out here. This time by there, Tommy, we're going to be at the 20 to go mark.
Yeah, I think unless we have another caution or Cozy just messes up, I think he's pretty much got this one in the bag. I know Rush is trying to pull some draft off of Steve Hurst, try to catch up a little bit. But I don't think he's going to have enough of it.
Yeah, he's still hanging there 1 second behind. I really don't think Rush is saving anything. I think he's just driving the wheels off that thing to try to get up there. But, you know, he was really didn't really want to run this race today. And I kind of made him feel a little guilty. And here he is running in second. Wow.
Yeah, Slacker laid out last night.
Yeah, I know it.
I can't say anything. Playing the whole night last night, ended up 3rd.
Yeah, but that was a pretty good race last night, I got to say.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, takes some oval racers and gives them a little bit of a challenge because you got to turn right now.
Yeah, you got the challenge part right. The only time I'm supposed to be turning right is if I'm trying to save it from wrecking.
Yep. All right, Andrew Clearback here, now 4.6 seconds. You know, he has caught up just a little, but I don't think it's enough. He's trying to get a little draft off of Steve Hurst now as well. And hopefully maybe that might catch him up just, like a 10th or 2. Oh, and Andrew gets loose in the turn. Oh, no.
Ray, that was the same thing he did running second.
He is definitely driving it too hard coming out of 4. Wow. And he loses a ton of positions.
Yeah, it looked like he just drove it off in there, tried to run it a lot. Oh, and he caught the barrels at the end of pit road as well.
Oh, did he catch him? I thought he missed him. Well, this is going to bump everybody up because Hollingsworth's going to move up to third now. It looks like Blake Barney may have retired from the race. No, he's back out there. I think he's blinking. He's running in the fourth spot there. He kind of disappeared for a minute.
User in your channel timed out. User entered your channel.
I'm back.
Hollingsworth up to third now after Andrew Williams slipped a little. Boy, I'll tell you what, that was kind of intense. Almost losing it, but he did manage to save it. Hollingsworth way up on the high line here. And these guys all trying to chase down Rush. Rush up here 2.2 seconds now behind Michael Cozy. Clear sailing, clean air, now 2.5 seconds. Boy, he lost a ton on that turn. Again, you know, him and Michael Cozy stayed out there on the same set of tires. But, you know, the older tires are better than the new tires. And these guys are proving it right here. They're staying out here on them old ones.
Rudy, I don't know, and I might be losing my mind, but just as Andrew Williams came through turn 1 and 2, in the middle of the corner, he's got damage. When he comes through the middle of the corner, his car's fixed.
Yeah, it's a glitch.
What a hacker.
It's a glitch. I've seen that on a few cars before.
And he actually didn't catch the barrels. There was a gap between there, but it was part of the netcode deal.
Yep.
And that's what gave him the damage. So iRacing might be being nice and giving it back to him.
Could be.
They give me back a lot of the damage I've gotten.
Well, 15 laps to go here. Andrew back in 6th place now, losing a bunch of positions. And he's starting to come back up here a little, catching the draft of these three battling it out here. Ryan Eckstein, Blake Barney, and Stephen Hollingsworth. So this is 3rd, 4th, and 5th battling really hard together here.
Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much the battle on the track right there between Hollingsworth and Barney and Eckstein right there. I mean, Robert Craze, I know he's riding, I believe he's riding right there right behind them. So he's just hoping to get up there and get to racing and cause a caution.
Yeah, but he's a lap down car.
Yeah, but if they have a caution, then he'll get that lucky dog.
Yeah, yeah. As long as he doesn't hit anything.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't hit anything, and as long as Cozy slows down a little bit, because they're catching Edward Smith, who is just now crossing the start-finish line. So he's about 2/3 of a track behind, I would say.
Rush still hanging on here, but 3.2 seconds now behind our leader, Michael Cozy. Coming to the line, going to be 12 laps to go. Been a pretty good race so far. We've only had one caution, no lead changes. Michael Cozy has led all 58 laps. It's been run right now, so wow, pretty amazing. Third place, 9.1 seconds behind our leader, so a long ways up to Rush even to battle for second. But Stephen Hollingsworth finally got a break and got away from these guys behind him. But Ryan Eckstein passes a bunch of them, moves into the 4th spot, passes Blake Barney. And Ryan Williams right there, boy, nipping on these guys' heels, trying to stay right in their draft, and may have something for him here as we come down to 10 to go this time by. Whoa, Blake Barney blinked out big time there. And Andrew got by him on the turn, so good job for Andrew. Seems like 3 and 4 is his bad corner, though, ain't it?
What was that, Rudy? I'm sorry.
3 and 4 is Andrew Williams' bad turns right there. He's lost it a couple times in that turn.
Yeah, it looks like that's his kryptonite there. Looks like he's got a run under the 22 of Ryan Eckstein right now.
Yes, sir. Those guys come really close to touching right there, but boy, did he ever get a run. Look at that. He just power drove that right into the turn and got by Ryan Eckstein. So some good battles going on right here. 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Yeah, but it's hard, clean racing, and that's what it's all about right there.
Yep. This brings the best out in the racers right here when you run a car that, you know, these guys had to work on their setups, and of course, you know, a few of them are running Andrew's setup. Andrew had a really good setup. And the guys were actually hanging right with Cozy in practice, so, but he's got such a commanding lead on these guys now. But boy, I'll tell you what, not to change the subject, but, you know, Andrew is starting to creep up on Stephen Hollingsworth, and this could be the battle here before we come down to the end of this thing, as they got 8 laps to go now. Their leader crossed the line. This could be the battle of the race right here between Andrew Williams and Stephen Hollingsworth for the 3rd place. Rush up here just hanging out, cruising around here. Michael Cozy 4.7 seconds ahead of Rush, though. Quite a ways up there to Michael Cozy. Cozy just been so dominant here today, man, oh man. 63 laps he's led so far.
There's your battle. Oh, contact 1 and 2. Andrew Williams in the 45 and the 66 of Hollingsworth.
Oh, man. And, oh, Andrew loses it. Man, he goes out across the grass. Stops it. I think he stopped just before he hit the wall, or did he hit the wall?
Taking a look at that now, Rudy.
Let's go back and take a look at this. This was the battle here between them two.
Oh, no, he got into it pretty good.
He dives it down underneath Hollingsworth. Might have just drove it in there just a touch too hard. Hollingsworth didn't even hardly move. But Andrew
didn't give him no extra room, that's for sure.
Andrew tried to save it. Oh, and he does hit the wall a ton. Oh, man. Wow, Andrew falling all the way back to the 10th place now. And he is coming down pit road to try to get that thing fixed up. In the meantime, let's get back up here to Rush. Now 5.4 seconds behind our leader. And we are at 5 to go right now.
But now you've got the 22 of Ryan Eckstein catching up to Hollingsworth right here. You're going to try to mount a battle for that 3rd position.
Yes, sir. This is going to be a heated battle, I think, here. Hollingsworth pretty strong up there, but I'll tell you what, he has been challenged quite a few times for that position, not just by Andrew, but Blake Barney, now Ryan Eckstein. These guys have been battling really hard back here, Tom.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan just gets off the corner so much better than Steven does, especially coming out of 4. He closed it up, probably 2 car lengths right there, and I was trying to take a look at it too. Looks like they're about equal when they come out of 2, and it might have just been that last lap, but I know, like I say, Ryan closed up on him pretty good on the exit, got a good run off the corner.
Blake Barney still hanging on in 5th place. Just joined the league, like I said, about just a few minutes before the race started. So, and here he started 7th, and here he is running in 5th. Not a bad show for his first race with the guys.
No, it's really not. I mean, get out here with all the regulars, or some of the regulars and stuff, and be able to end up running. Right now he's in top 5 unless something drastic happens, and he's going to end up top 5. So, I mean, first race, top 5 finish, it's pretty good odds there.
Stephen Hollingsworth now 12 seconds behind the leader, getting challenged again by Ryan Eckstein. Ryan got a great run that time. 2 laps to go here. Hollingsworth just so strong coming off that high line, because that is the line to have here. But I'm going to get up here on the leader for these last closing couple laps here, because he's getting ready to come around here and take the white flag this time by.
Yeah, I believe I'm going to keep an eye on this battle right here for the 3rd position.
All right, yeah, let me know what happens back there as the white flag flies. 1 more lap around this place. Cozy got 3 more turns, corners to go around. Andrew Williams finally back out on the track, but 5 laps down. Michael Cozy coming out of turn 4 here in just a minute to bring it down here for the win.
Got to go off into turn 3. Eckstein's got 1 more chance right here.
And crossing the finish line first, Michael Cozy. Good job for Michael. Congratulations on his win here today. Great finish.
And Ryan couldn't get the run he needed to come through the corner. It's like Hollingsworth's going to end up 3rd and Eckstein in 4th.
All right, so let's see if we can get Michael Cozy down here with us and get a word in with him.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Michael Cozy, you're spending more time in the booth with us than a lot of the other drivers. Congratulations on your win, buddy.
Thank you, Rudy.
Tell us about the racing out there today, because it looked like you were being pressured quite a bit by Rush, Jared Akey there behind you, you know, on the restarts. But tell us about your racing.
Yeah, we last 10 minutes of practice there. I made a few good adjustments. Made the setup really good. The only problem I had with the setup was I was battling a little bit of loose off coming at a mostly 4, and then towards the end where I was getting low on fuel, it started to get loose at it too. But it was definitely a good handling setup. Yeah, on the restarts we or there towards the end, I think it was, well, I guess it was our last restart. I mistimed it a little bit, and I skirted up, but I got out there in 1 and 2 and made up a little ground, and then I made up more ground 3 and 4, and then I just started driving away. So definitely had a great car today and drove a great race.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun out there. You know, pretty relaxing race. Only 1 caution. That's pretty amazing. Homestead, now how do you feel since you won here? How do you feel this car was on the track here tonight?
Well, it was definitely great, as I said. Yeah, I made a few good setups. It was a little loose coming out of turns, but other than that, towards the end, when the tires really started to wear in, and fuel was dumping and stuff like that, I was getting low on fuel. I could just get in a really smooth groove there, getting to the high part of the track and just arcing it in, and be really smooth down to the middle of the groove and back out, and it just felt really good. I've never actually tried these cars at Homestead before today, and it was definitely a lot of fun.
Well, you were pretty good on the restarts there, but now you and Rush did not pit on that caution, and both of you stayed out there on the old tires. And, you know, of course, we know these street stocks do run better on the older tires. But was you a little bit worried there when Andrew Williams was putting the pressure on you and took a peek on the inside of you a couple times because he had new tires? Was you a little worried?
You know, I wasn't too worried. I just said to myself, if I get through 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4 after that, pretty decent. I was pretty confident I could get away. We had a really fast car. You know, and so getting through there, if I could build a little ground on him, because the draft was really big here, and I knew it was going to be really big. So if I knew I could build up a little ground on him, eliminate a little bit of that draft, that I knew I could start pulling away.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it looked like a lot of fun out there. You guys had a blast racing this. But again, congratulations, Michael, on your finish here today. Great race, buddy. And you got anybody you want to give a thank you to or say hello to?
Yeah, I wanna say hi to all the XCal guys. I was working a little bit with Blake Barney. I know he had a pretty decent run. He got in here late. I got my side up to him, one of my XCal buddies, and Daniel Smallwood. I know he was in here too. I think that was all the XCal guys tonight. But I'd like to give a shout out to them, and of course give a shout out to you guys for putting these on. Just had a blast tonight. I really appreciate it.
All right, well, you know, the season's coming down to a close end here. Only a couple more races. I don't have the points available to me right at the moment here, but I think you're kind of creeping up on the points a little bit in this series. Are you looking forward to? We're not going to be running street stocks next season when this season's over. We're going to be running the super late models on Wednesday nights. Are you planning on attending that or not?
Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't done too much racing with the super late model, but the little racing I've done, it seems like a really great car, and I've had a lot of fun in the time I've had with it.
Oh, sure is, sure is. Okay, thank you, Michael, for talking with us, and again, congratulations on your win, buddy.
Appreciate it.
All right, Rush coming in second. The guy that did not want to turn a lap in this car on this track, complained the whole time before the race, comes in second by a long shot. Tell us about your racing tonight, buddy.
Yeah, the car was great. It was just a tick slower. I couldn't catch him. Whatever adjustments he made, it was just a tenth of a second faster every lap, and he just kept pulling away, pulling away. Oh, I don't know, about lap 60, I was just like, you know what? I gotta save gas, so I just started letting off in the corners, letting them go. That's why it was such a big lead.
Yeah, yeah.
I was trying to save fuel because when I passed the checker flag, I ran out of gas in turn one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, I was telling Michael there before you come in that you and him were the only ones that did not pit today, and I knew it was going to be kind of close on fuel, but I didn't know it was that close. I think I should have probably went with 75 laps, and then that way you guys might have had to stop, But
oh yeah,
yeah. But I just didn't do the math on it.
Your math was good. You 22 gallons was more than enough fuel. I didn't take 22 gallons.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I only put 18 gallons in there.
Okay, all right.
If that caution didn't come out, I definitely wouldn't have made it. I would have had to pit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, the racing pretty good out there today, Rush. A lot of respect by the drivers, and the green flag runs. Only one caution. Pretty good race, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was a great race. I mean, everybody was, the 2 or 3 cars we did pass were, moving out the way. No big deal. I mean, it was good. I mean, the car handled great. Definitely got to send a thank you out to Andrew for that one.
Yeah.
That was an awesome setup.
Yeah.
I don't know how he couldn't run his own setup, but that's another story.
I think he was pushing it pretty hard, but yeah, great race, Rush. Congratulations on coming home second. And you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, shout out to Andrew again, and MaxSpeedTV representing second place.
All right, well, good job. Tommy, you got Stephen Hollingsworth there. You want to give him a shout?
Yeah, Stephen, this is Tommy in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, bud. Looked like it's getting pretty intense there in the last 10 laps. Andrew Williams made a run on you there going off into turn 1, and a little bit of contact, and he spun down the bottom. And then here come Eckstein up through there. Were you worried that he was going to be able to get to you and get by you?
Who, Andrew or Eckstein?
Eckstein.
Yeah, I was running Eckstein's set. Appreciated Eckstein. And, yeah, he was faster than me on entry, but I kept it faster on exit, which I think helped me out a lot. And that Andrew thing, I'm watching the replay now, and I gave him a whole lane. I don't know what he looked like. He was a little upset with me after the race. Gave him a whole lane. He just looked like he drove it in there a little too deep and washed up into me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the things that happens within the last 10 laps of race. But other than that, how was your car? How was your race? Everything?
It was good. I got in here about 7 minutes to race. Didn't have a set. I was asking a couple guys, and finally Ryan said, "All right," and gave me one. And it worked out great. I changed a couple things, changed the tire pressures, and it ran good. It took me a couple laps, about 10 laps, to figure out the line around here. But once I did that, and we got caution, caught back up, I was able to bring it home third.
Well, congratulations on bringing home that third place, and you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, you, Rudy, all the people in the booth, everybody who runs the league, and everybody in the league. Appreciate it.
All righty, Rudy, back to you.
All right. Well, looked like a pretty good race out there, Tommy, today. Michael Cozy leading every single lap out there, all 70 laps, but great race. And let's run down through the results here real quick. I only had one caution, no lead changes. And the results here, Michael Cozy, our winner, Jared Akey, second, Stephen Hollingsworth, third, Ryan Eckstein, fourth, Blake Barney, newcomer to the league, just a few minutes before the race started tonight, coming in fifth spot. Charles Winters there in sixth, Dan Ward, seventh, Edward Smith, eighth, Robert Craze finishing ninth, and Mark Robertson, 10th. Only just a couple drivers left there, Tommy. Andrew Williams finishing 11th after that great run that he had. Had damage, though, and had to get in. Man, he took a heck of a hit on the wall there, but finished 11th. Steve Hurst finishing 12th. Daniel Smallwood, 13th. And James Blankenship taking up the rear of the field in 14th spot. All right, well, Tommy, a small field here tonight, but a good race. It seemed like everybody ran really well. A lot of respect on the track. Just a couple of little fender benders. What did you think of the race? I know you kind of come in a little bit late.
Yeah, I mean, for what of the race that I was there, it was some real good racing. Everybody was right there pretty close. I mean, it's one of them things. I'd really like to have been out there, but I knew I wasn't going to be back from dinner in time, so come in here and help you out in the booth. And it's a pretty good show to watch up here.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Congratulations to our winner, Michael Cozy Jr., here at Homestead, and that'll do it for tonight here at MaxSpeedTV, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the X-Cal Racing Group. I'm not sure where they're running at. Do you know, Michael?
Charlotte is Oval.
Charlotte. All right. Okay. So we will see you tomorrow night here at MaxSpeedTV.